Hi everyone! Today we're going to pick up some apples in our neighbors. So join us for picking up some apples. So October is always an apple season and there's a lot of apples to be picked all over the province. We're just so lucky we have a neighbor who has an apple tree and he's a friend of my husband and we're very thankful for allowing us to pick up some apple. These kind of apples are organics and they're very juicy, crunchy, delicious and sweet. So the organic apples, once you start cutting it, it turns brown quickly and the skin is a little bit thick. Yeah, they taste differently and I love it. It's so sweet and delicious. So anyway, yeah, there's so many apples. My husband asked me to pick up the higher apples, but I'm too short. I can't pick it up. But I'm better off with the lower one. It's so nice to pick up apple in a beautiful day. So, okay, guys. Okay, here are the apples that I pick. So yeah, there's a lot. Anyway, I'm going to wash some of these. So I'm probably gonna use only 5 of the apples. And the first thing we have to do is to cut the apples and prepare it for the fillings. So we're going to caramelize the apple, and then we'll do the topping second, and then we'll do the butter last, and then we'll bake it. All right, guys. Now my apple is ready. I was able to cut 5 apples. And let's put our pot in medium heat and let's add the butter. I have like 50 grams of butter, unsalted one. And to that we'll be adding 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, half tablespoon of cinnamon powder, half tablespoon of cornstarch, and half teaspoon of salt, okay? Okay, once you dump the apple, you can also put the rest of the other ingredients so that it will be cooked together and your kitchen will smell so nice once you put the cinnamon, and you're gonna love it. So this is how your caramelized apple look like after you finish the cooking process, and this alone, if you add vanilla ice cream, it's delicious. Okay, now let's do the toppings. For the toppings, you'll be needing 1 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, a third of a cup of brown sugar, a third of a cup of granulated sugar, half teaspoon of salt, half cup of melted butter, and 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. That's basically what you need. Okay, let's mix all the dry ingredients first and then using pork, and then we can add the butter last. And then it will form a crumbled, and that's how simple it is. Once we're done with our toppings, we'll set it aside and we'll work on our buttering our baking dish, and then we'll do the cake batter afterwards, okay? For this cake, I'm using a 7 by 3 inch baking dish. So we're going to butter the baking dish and put parchment paper below and surround the baking dish. And let's heat our oven for 350 degrees. We're gonna bake the cake for 50 to 55 minutes, okay? So for the butter, we'll be using 50 grams of unsalted butter, 1 1/2 cup of cake flour, half a cup of fine sugar, half teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 2 tablespoons of milk. We'll also be using electric mixer, okay guys? Okay, let's start by mixing the butter first, and then we'll combine the sugar afterwards, then the eggs, the milk, and the rest of other wet ingredients. And after we mix them together and combine it properly, we'll stop using the electric mixer, alright? This is how it looks like. Okay, now it's time to switch to spatula to mix our cake flour. So slowly dump a couple of the flour to our wet ingredients, but do not dump the flour one time so you can easily combine them and mix them together. So yeah, you need a muscle to do this time. Anyway, so yeah, keep mixing it with your spatula until you end up with a thick batter. Alright guys? So this is how your butter look like. This is the consistency of your butter. It's kind of like thick. Yeah, and then we'll start to assemble the cake afterwards, alright? Okay, butter first on the baking dish, and then we follow by the fillings and then the crumbles, which is the topping. Okay, butters is in, so let's put the fillings, the apple fillings that we caramelize, and then we can put the topping afterward. So some people, they sandwich the filling with another butter. If they have a leftover, they do that together. But I just want to do simple one, so I'm just gonna put the fillings after the butters and then put the topping on the top, okay? Because we're only the two of us who's gonna eat it, so I don't want to make it too big. Alright, guys. Okay, apple peelings are in, so let's put the toppings, the crumble on the top, and then we'll bake this one for 350 degrees between 50 to 55 minutes. Alright, guys. Now our cake is ready for the oven, okay? After 55 minutes in the oven, this is how the cake look like. But we're not quite done yet, so we're going to put in the broiler for a low heat for a minute or two so that we can achieve the golden brown colors of the toppings, okay? So this is how the cake look like after 2 minutes in the broiler. And yes, it turned into golden brown. So we're going to cool it first, and then I can't wait to try and taste this. It's gonna be delicious. And yeah, so here it is, guys. We're ready to slice it soon, but I like to say thank you first to the owner of the apple tree, our neighbors. Thank you very much for allowing us to pick up some of your apples. And also I'd like to say thank you to all the new subscribers, to all the viewers of my channel. Thank you very much for all your support. I really appreciate it. So I see you around in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.